I am your nonprofit expert with over 30 years of experience. Those of you guys who know me, listen, I want to talk to you guys about Fully Funded Live. Fully Funded Live. For those of you who are just starting your nonprofit organizations or looking to start your nonprofit organizations, one of the things that I want you to consider is how to fully fund your program. All right. I know that many of us have strategies and ideas about the program that we want to deliver. We want to deliver a program that is impactful. We want to deliver a program that is going to touch and change lives, right? That's why we do our work. But I want you to also consider that when you are putting together your plan to implement and to start your nonprofit, I want you to also be prepared to be fully funded. That means all of your expenses match your revenue. That means all of your expenses match your revenue. For those of you who are just new to me, I've been doing this work now for over 30 years. I'm a professional fundraiser. I am a grant writer and have written for over $240 million in grants. I'm a professional fundraiser and I help nonprofit leaders start, grow, and sustain their nonprofit businesses, right? So what does that mean? I know for many of you, you guys are paying for your nonprofit work straight out of your pocket. You are working and toiling in a full-time job and trying to figure out how can you now support this whole passionate of your organization. And that is not how this thing is set up, guys. All right. So I want to talk to you guys about the 4 steps of fully funded. I am going to be in Atlanta doing a 1-day training on Friday, next Friday, actually, November 30th. Next Friday, November 30th. Okay. I am going to be doing a full day training. All right. And in this training, we're going to go over every detail of being fully funded. What does that mean, Jen? We're going to talk about how do you put together a fundable program? What's a fundable program? A fundable program are those programs, right? A program is activities. Those activities that are within a sequence that we call a program. That means we do what first, second, third, or fourth in order to bring about impact. What is a fundable program? A fundable program are those activities that are strategically designed to bring about impact. Now, for many of you who are new to me, you may not know that I always say activity is not impact. Activity is not impact. Activity is not impact. And one of the challenges that you all may be facing in terms of securing grant funding is that you are not successfully articulating the impact. You are able to share, thank you for the hearts, you are able to share your activity, but you're not able to then transition into the conversation of articulation for the funder, the outcome. That's what they fund. Your grant funders fund the outcome, right? That is the impact, not the activity, the impact, the result of your activity. So what I do is I help your organizations clearly articulate impact, the outcome. 98% of your donors give because of impact, not activity. 98% of your donors, your funders, give because of impact, not activity. All right. And so for many of us who are just starting our nonprofits and we're really not sure, we've never worked in a nonprofit for many of us. We possibly have worked in a role maybe as a volunteer, but never really led an organization. That means putting together a board, developing influence and relationships in your community that would support your work on an ongoing basis. All right. What is a nonprofit? A nonprofit is a community-based organization that is set up and designed to meet a need and fill a gap. What I want you all to know is in order for your organizations to be fully funded, you've got to be clear about your program's impact. All right. How does your program not just provide an activity, but really meet a need, an impactful need that is transforming, that is changing? All right. So we're not putting together organizations to just do more activities. No, we're putting together activities that we are very clear about the need. We're very clear about the services that you are providing and how those services bring about impact. That's where the money is, impact. All right. So you want to be able to articulate that. Again, I'm going to be doing a full day, y'all. A full day. We're going to talk about your vision, your mission. We're going to talk about how do I take my mission and put together the activities that are going to line up to achieve my mission. After we've got our mission and our activities in place, now we're going to figure out who within our community is likely to support this work. All right. Once we understand who is likely to support this work, how do we articulate that? Many of you are saying, Jen, I know my work is important, but I don't know what to say to a donor. I don't know what to say to a funder. I don't know how to explain what I do in a comfortable way that they understand it, because many of us are talking passion and not impact. Passion is not impact. All right. So we want you to be able to clearly articulate impact. All right. So when we're talking about donors, when we're talking about funders, even in your grant application, you are able to say, this is who we are. This is what we do. This is how we're going to use your funds to support the work for impact. For impact. All right. For impact. Guys, I've been doing this work for over 30 years. And as a professional fundraiser and as a grant writer, and as a grant reviewer as well, one of the things that I can share with you is that 80% of grant applications are never reviewed. Why? Because most of us are not clear about our impact. We know our activities, and most of us are not clear about how to share how the impact is going to influence the need. The problem, that's in the grant application. Problem statement, program description, possibly your timeline. All of this we're going to cover in this one-day training next Friday, November 30th, while I'm in Atlanta. All right. Let me talk to you really quickly, and then I'm going to let you guys go. Happy Thanksgiving, by the way. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. For those of you, again, who are new to me, please share this. This is my first day on YouTube Live. I'm really excited about that. I'm going to be coming on more. So if you would like to subscribe to my channel, I hope that you do so. I talk all things sustainability. I talk all things about leadership development, capacity development, helping your board understand their role and responsibilities of not only fundraising for your organization, but you equipping them to be effective evangelists for your organization. You as the leader, equipping them so that they are effective evangelists for your organization. How can they be an effective evangelist? They are on your board because they believe in the mission and the vision of the organization. But not only that, you have equipped them with the tools that they're going to need to go out and speak about the value, the transparency, the effectiveness, and the impact of your organization. Okay, so I help you as founders, those of you who are struggling and striving to get unstuck and to stop paying for all of the programs and services out of your pocket, so that your organization can be supported by the community that you serve, and that you're able to then articulate to that community the impact, the value, right? The return on their investment is impact, not activity. The return on your community's investment is not activity, but impact. All right, so let's talk about fully funded really quickly. I put together 4 steps, right? It's 4 steps of the fully funded process that I am teaching in 2019. I've been doing this work for over 30 years, and I've trained thousands of leaders nationally and internationally, okay? So I am just really focusing in 2019 to help many of you move the needle and, quite frankly, stop coming out of your pocket. Okay, that is what I'm here to do. So the first thing, guys, that you want to know in terms of the cycle of support, the cycle of fully funded, begins with how do you attract your donors. Many of you are saying, Jen, I don't know where to go. I don't know what to say when I go there. When I'm meeting with a donor, I feel like I don't know what to say. I don't know how to say it. What do they need to hear, right? That's what we want to know. What do they need to hear? And before they will consider supporting my organization. So the first thing, guys, is that you want to be able to attract. How do you attract a donor? How do you attract a perspective? How do you attract someone to be interested in the program and the impact that your organization provides, right? So you all want to have systems to educate, inspire, inform, engage, motivate people around what? The need. You attract your donors by letting them know, informing them, educating, inspiring them to know that there is a need within your community and how your organization is the solution to that need. All right. So you've got to begin the work of attraction. Okay, a work of attraction. So that might be in a meeting, that might be in terms of scheduling meetings, that might be a part of sharing on your influence on social media. Again, you are educating, you are inspiring, you are informing, you are engaging, because quite frankly, many of your funders and your donors are not living in the world of the people that you serve. They're not living in that land where you are doing your service. So you now want to attract them to the need, attract them to your organization as the cause, and you want to then attract them even further by conveying to them how you are the solution. That's before they give. All right. Otherwise, we're going to be like the people at the top of the ramp with a cup shaking, saying, just give me $5. Because now we're talking about not relationship building. Being fully funded means you have the resources coming into your organization by people, by foundations, by businesses, by agencies that are attracted to the work that you do. And based upon their ability to see how you are a solution, they want to continue that, right? They want that impact to continue. They want the change and the value that your organization brings to continue. All right. So attraction is one. You all have several streams and means by which to attract. Okay. Be that your social media presence, be that your website, be that your newsletter, be that your presence speaking about the cause in the community. Thank you so much for those hearts. I see you. I'm over on Periscope and on YouTube this morning. And so happy Thanksgiving to all of you that are just joining and those who will join the replay as well. I am Jennifer Yarbrough, over 30 years of experience. I'm a grant writer. I'm a grant researcher. I'm a professional fundraiser. I'm a nonprofit organizational expert as well. I have held every single job in the nonprofit. Every single job in the nonprofit over my 30 years. And I have led and trained leaders nationally and internationally. That was my job. They paid me money to train leaders so that they could start, grow, and sustain their businesses. So I'm not new to this. Y'all may just not be seeing me now, but I've been doing this a very long time. And so I'm super excited to be launching Fully Funded Live in 2019. I am committed to helping leaders raise the funds that they need. Okay, I am committed to helping leaders raise the funds that are going to enable them to implement impactful programs and to support their organizations. It is absolutely possible. Okay, absolutely possible. In fact, that's the way it's set up. All right, when you guys fill out your paperwork, it says, so tell us, how you going to raise money? Where's the money going to come from? And what and how are those expenses going to be used to run your organization fully funded, right? So I'm going to show you guys how to do that in 2019. And we're going to start by launching a one-day next Friday in Atlanta, okay? So the first thing, guys, that you want to consider is, how are you attracting your donors? What means are you doing by attracting your community, attracting those influencers, attracting those key volunteers, attracting evangelists for your organization and for your cause, all right? So the first thing is attract. That's the number one step, all right? And I'm going to show you guys exactly what to do. In fact, we're going to be putting together key messages in the training. We're going to put together key messages so that you guys become comfortable with articulating and sharing. You guys are going to get to practice right there with me, okay? You guys are going to get a chance to practice with me, and I'm going to help you, coach you through this process so that not only are you comfortable, but now you can share those key messages with your board. All right. Many of you are frustrated right now because your board is not attracting people to your organization. You're like, Jen, I just want them to bring me new donors. I just want them to go out and fundraise. I just want them to go out and bring people to the organization. You want them to attract people or you want you to use your organization to attract people to your cause, right? You want to be able to give them these key messages that is going to equip them to do that. All right. Those key messages around who you serve, why what you do to them and for them is important, and the impact of that service to this particular audience. Okay. So we're going to go through a very structured process where you're like, this is what I say, this is how I say it, this is who I'm saying it to. All right. You guys are going to leave with all of that. The second thing, guys, is that you want to then have a system for engagement. Once you've attracted these individuals to your organization, you now want to engage them. All right. Your best donors are those people who have volunteered for your organization. So that's one way of engagement. How are you engaging these individuals to see the impact, to see the lives, to see up close the changes and the opportunities that your organization is presenting to your community? Once they see it, they're like, oh my gosh, now they've got questions. Now they want to know more about it. Now you're further able to. Now you've attracted them. You can begin to engage them around what? Change, impact, solution. That is what our nonprofits are, right? A nonprofit only is just a designation. Let me be clear about that. It's just a designation. There's for-profit, taxes, nonprofit, tax exempt. That's all it is a designation. It does not mean that you do not operate out of your pocket. That's not what it means. It does not mean that you run this organization and do all of this great work and not get paid. That is not what that means. It does not mean that you fund everything out of your pocket. That's not what this means, okay? It is a designation, but it is a business. And so you, as the business leader, have got to understand that there is expenses. We know expenses, honey. We can spend up some money, but also revenue. All right. So in order to attract those that would support your organization, you've got to engage them around impact, not activity. All right. Their funds are being used to increase, to improve, to change, to transform. Impact, not activity. All right. So I want you to think about right now, what ways are we engaging our donors? Once your donors, your funders, your volunteers, your evangelists are engaged within your organization, they then see the need for themselves. And you also give them the tools and the ability to go out and speak about your organization within their sphere of influence. They're able to share what they saw. They're able to share the detail that they may not have known on the outside of this circle, right? On the outside. So by bringing them in, by empowering them even the more, engaging them in a meaningful way, brings you to number 3, the exchange. All right? The exchange is with your resource, with giving them the proposal, right? Giving them the information to consider, be it the sponsorship package, be it the grant application, be it the letter of intent. Now we are presenting them the opportunity of the exchange, right? You want them to exchange their resources, their finances, their time, their influence. And in exchange for them giving to your organization, you're going to give to them acknowledgement. You're going to give to them the impact that has been able to be achieved based upon their support, right? So you, as the nonprofit leader, you are the one who is saying, listen, we need this exchange. But how do we get to this exchange? How do we get to number 4, the ask? We get to the ask based upon what it is that they know about your organization. Are they attracted to your organization? What causes them to be attracted to your organization? All right. You guys know that I was the vice president of the Los Angeles mission. And one of the things that I share is an opportunity where we had a volunteer who was attracted because of the work that we were doing on Skid Row. She was attracted because she felt that there was something that needed to be done for that population down on Skid Row. All right. So we engaged her to be a volunteer. She was a volunteer and she got to see up close, the work that we were able to do each and every day. The exchange came when I gave her a tour of the organization. I gave her a tour of the organization and I let her see that the services that we were providing, and we were able to then explain the need. We were able to explain how the funds that were coming into this organization were able to equip us to continue to do this work, right? So the exchange of information, the questions that she was able to ask and I was able to answer. After that came the ask. All right? And once we made the ask, listen, it was a sweet ask. She said, "What else can I do?" Listen, once you guys do this right, you guys position this the right way, your donors will say, "What can I do to help you?" Y'all don't believe me. Y'all don't believe me. What? Your donors will ask you, "What can I do to help?" What can I do to help? Right? You've got to know this process. It doesn't come from, "Let me shake your hand," and then go straight to the ask. Why? Because they don't know what the exchange is. Now, if the exchange is just $5, $20, $30, that's not going to fully fund your organization. Okay? You want that exchange to happen each and every month. You want them to be a supporter of your organization on an ongoing basis. How does that happen? They believe that what you have shared and what they are attracted to through your organization is going to fulfill them, right? Is going to fulfill them. Guys, being fully funded within your nonprofit is not a pipe dream. It is not anything that is far-fetched. There are 1.8 million nonprofits. All right? Those that are struggling financially do not have the system and the process of successfully fundraising, right? Many of you have never been a fundraiser. Many of you have been feeling a little uncomfortable, possibly fear of rejection. We're not fearing rejection. We are looking and providing an opportunity for people to be a part of great and lasting impact. We're not giving people an opportunity to give to us and our vision. No, we're giving them an opportunity to see impact. We're giving them an opportunity to understand the changes that are needed in our community and how your organization is a part of that change. With their support and their ongoing support, you will share with them the successful work that together you all have been able to do. All right? That's how that works. I am Jennifer Yarbrough, guys. I am your nonprofit expert, over 30 years of experience of doing this work. Listen, join me on LinkedIn. I've got a whole community called Nonprofit Leaders Impacting Lives. Nonprofit Leaders Impacting Lives. I'm also on Facebook under that same group name, Nonprofit Leaders Impacting Lives. We're in the process of redoing my website, but if you'd like to visit my website, those of you here on Periscope, you know it's up in the link in my bio. For those of you who are new to me on YouTube, it's J as in Jam, D as in David, Yarbrough.com, JDYarbrough.com is my website. I've been doing this work for over 30 years, and in 2019, I am focused on giving live trainings, workbooks, and the process of being fully funded. All right. As the executive director, I know the seat that you sit in. I've been there myself many, many times, and helping leaders put together a budget that includes both revenue and expenses, and not only a strategic plan that you know what you want to do, but also the process of doing it. I'm going to be showing leaders in this fully funded live how to raise at least six figures, right? I want you guys to raise $300,000. I want you all to be able to pay salaries. I want you to be able to have the facilities, the materials, and the supplies that you need. What does that mean? That means you just need to know the process. When you come to this training, you are going to get that process. I got a whole workbook for you. All right. And you're going to say, "This is my mission. This is my vision. This is how I articulate that." All right. We're going to practice that in this training because I want you to be able to leave you equipped knowing how to do it, and then you're able to equip your board, equip your volunteers. This is the truth. If you're not clear, they're not clear. If you're not clear, they're not clear. All right. You are going to be able to share with them the strategic plans, the goals that you're also going to be able to share with your funders as a way of attracting and engaging, and the exchange. Okay. And the ask is, will you join me in making a difference in our community? That's the ask. Will you join me? Will you join our organization to meet the need? Will you join us to change and transform lives? And how, through and by this transformation, is it going to improve the community? We are community-based organizations. Our job is to meet and fill a gap, not just to provide services or activities. Our role, we do the work that government cannot do. We do the work that businesses cannot do. All right? Our job is impact. Our job is change and transformation. Your ability to articulate that, all right, is the return on the investment for your donors, for your sponsors, for your supporters, for your community influencers. Okay, we're going to talk about in this training how to identify board members, how to engage your board members. Many of you have board members right now that you're frustrated with, or who possibly are not assisting you in the way that they really want to, but you've got to be able to give them the tools to do that. All right. That means you've got to have the tools. You've got to have the tools. You've got to have the process. All right. So this training is for you if you are paying for everything out of your pocket, if you are working a full-time job and you feel like, Jen, I want to do this full-time, but I need to get a salary. I need to be able to support myself in order to do this full-time. Then this training is for you. This is for you if you are tired of doing all of the work on your own by yourself and not getting the support from your community that you are deserving of the great work that you do. All right. As a professional fundraiser, as a grant writer, as a nonprofit expert, I want to show you just the process, guys. I want to give you that process. This is not something that you cannot do, but you cannot do it successfully without the process. All right. And putting all of the steps in order. One of the things that I'm really excited about is that I am like this one-stop shop. Okay, that when you need grant writing, I'm your girl. When you need fundraising, I'm your girl. When you need board development, I'm your girl. When you need questions and answered about your organizational strategic plan, I'm your girl. I have been and done every role within the nonprofit. And not only have I done it, y'all, but they hired me to train others to do it, to train you as leaders. So I'm excited for 2019. I'm excited for how we're going to end 2018. And I just want to invite you. I want to invite you to come and meet me in Atlanta, Fully Funded Live in Atlanta on November 30th. On November 30th, I will be there in Atlanta hosting a one-day event. It's only $197. And we're going to go from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. on Friday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. on November 30th. And we're going to go through every single element of your organization. You're going to put together the process of putting together your strategic plan, understanding your budget and revenue, putting together your donors and your collaborations, identifying those in your community who are most likely to support you. And we're even going to go through the ask. What do I say, Jen? How do I introduce myself to them? What do I say when, what do I share with my board to say with them as well? All right, you guys are going to get all the tools that you need. You're going to walk away with the steps. I'm going to give y'all a whole booklet. I think it's got 34 pages, not to overwhelm you, but just to let you know that what you need in there, you're going to be able to implement and execute right away. All right. We're going to cover grant writing. We're going to cover donors. We're going to cover your budget. We're going to cover revenue and even 7 streams of income. All right. I'm going to go over 7 streams of income while we're in this training to make sure that your budget is fully funded, robust with all the streams of income. Okay. Many of you are relying on 2 and barely breaking even. All right. So we're going to go through 7 streams of income that is absolutely doable and achievable for your organization as you go into 2019. Guys, if you have any questions, feel free to hit me up through my website, through the contact me. If you are interested in attending the Fully Funded Live, I've only got maybe 10 seats left, only maybe 10 seats left in the Atlanta training on next Friday. Thank you, thank you. Next Friday, November 30th, from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. It's only $197. Okay, it's only 100. And those of you guys who know me, you know this one day will cost you $1,400 easy, right? But we're going to go through the entire process. Meet me in Atlanta. Register. Inbox me and I'll send you the link, or email me and I'll send you the link to register. We've only got a few seats left, and I'm really excited. 2019, I am declaring, is the year of Fully Funded. I want to help as many nonprofit organizations get the revenue that you need so that your organizations can operate. All right? Come to meet me in Atlanta. I'm going to give you guys everything you need of how to attract, how to engage, how to exchange with your donors, and how to make the ask on an ongoing basis that funds are coming into your organization. That is how your business should be set up. That's how any business is set up. Any business is set up is that there's money coming in. All right? So I just want to dispel any myth that you are supposed to fund this thing out of your pocket on your own. That is not true. All right? That is not true. Or that you should do your program in your organization for free. That is not true. Or that you are not able to make a profit. That is not true. Okay? What do we do with the profit, Jen? We serve more people. That's it. If we raise more money than our budget says we need, what do? We serve more people. That's it. Right? If the need is that great, that means there's more people to serve. That's all we do. We just serve more people. All right? So it does not mean that you cannot make a profit. That's not what this means. Okay? And for many of you who have not had anyone that you could trust, that you could ask questions to, and would tell you the truth, your prayers have been answered. I know many of you guys are like, Jen, I've been praying. Hey, I'm the answer to your prayer, okay? You guys will not have to go to another training, another workshop, and feel like I didn't get all of my questions answered. That is no longer your issue. Your prayers have been answered, truly. I promise, okay? Meet me in Atlanta, November 30th. If you guys would like information or the information of how to register, inbox me, email me, and I'll send that to you. The registration cutoff is Monday because I got to get on a plane and carry all these books and workbooks with me, okay? So let me know that you want to come. And I just want to say thank you. I'm so excited to be on YouTube. Those of you who are following me, thank you. Thank you guys on Periscope. I appreciate you. And you guys go and have an amazing rest of your Thanksgiving. I'm super excited that this is a day of thanks. And I give thanks for each and every one of you. All right, guys. Have an amazing day. All right. Blessings. Bye, guys.